Almost every language has its own grammar, sets of rules, regulations, and exceptions. So do they have confusing words and phrases. And these confusing words are where we make mostly mistakes. Especially while writing, these words frequently bug us and force us to make silly mistakes. But believe me when I tell you, one innocent looking confusing word can lead you to grave disaster. That is why today I'm going to talk about some very common confusing words and how do they confuse you. We will see examples of each one so that by the time you finish watching this video, you are done with these words. Let's do it. There. We often get these words wrong, especially when we are writing, because they don't make much difference when you are speaking, as they all sound almost same. The first there. This is possessive pronoun. It implies some sort of belonging. Let's take an example. Their house is at the end of this road. Their house, which means the house belongs to a group of people, so we are referring to them. Their house. Liverpool is celebrating their victory over Manchester United. So here, Liverpool is celebrating their victory. So this is a possessive pronoun and spelled like T-H-E-I-R. T-H-E-R-E. This one is an adverb, which you know is used to describe a verb, right? Let's see an example. We went on to Malaysia and stayed there for a week. So you see, the word there is considered as an adverb because it is describing the verb went. There, T-H-E-Y apostrophes R-E. This one is actually a contraction, which means a subject and a verb contracted. In this case, it is they and are, right? Let's take an example. They're terribly annoying, those Ielts examiners. Hey, don't give this example in front of your examiner, right? Or else you might face some serious consequences. Okie dokie, by now you are probably nodding your head and rolling your eyes, thinking, I know all these, fool. I'm sure you do, but nothing wrong if I remind you, because despite knowing these, we do make mistakes, right? Anyway, the contracted they are leads me to this one, use of apostrophes. I know their use can cause confusion, so in an effort to help, I will present you with a useful little phrase, possession and omission. Apostrophes are used to represent the possession of the noun that the apostrophe and the S are attached to. For example, Robin's annoying habit of jumping on his soapbox. Or the omission of characters such as the space and the A in they are, because when you contract they are, you remove the space in between and also the A, so it becomes there together, right? Possession and omission, possession and omission, possession and omission. Hopefully This will get lodged unknowingly in your head for the rest of eternity and help you in moments of doubt. Now, there are several common mistakes that relate to apostrophes, but their repeated misuses make them worthy of their own headings. You know how so often there are exceptions to a rule? Well, here is an exception to the possession and omission rule. Ielts is possessive. For example, with all its contradictory examples of supposed rules, the English language is really rather peculiar. However, the omission rule can still be applied to its, the contraction of it is. Remember, it is such a simple mistake to make, but if you are having a dump day and you are wondering if there should be an apostrophe, replace its or its with it is. Read the sentence loudly, and if it makes sense, the apostrophe should be there. If it does not, get rid of the apostrophe quick smart. Whose? Do I look like a black Japanese? Whose we are talking about? Whose is simply the contraction of who is or who has. It is annoyingly not possessive. Whose, W-H-O-S-E, is the possessive form of the noun. Let's take an example. Whose stupid idea was it to write such an article? Who's responsible? You see, if you are struggling to know which one to use, simply expand whose to who is or who has. And if the sentence makes sense, then rest assured you've got it. Your versus your. Well, I know you know the difference here, but this is the mistakes that would make me rich with all the money I would get each time I saw it. You know what I mean? But considering the fact that you are learning a foreign language on internet, I'm sure you all are smart enough to know the difference between these two your, right? So I won't sport with your intelligence by explaining it to you, but please be aware of it when you are writing. Who or whom? This one often causes a pause in the touch typing speed and the head scratch. Which one do I use? Technically speaking, who should be used as the subject of the verb, whilst whom should be used as the object. But if you are scratching your head at that as well, that's perfectly understandable. A good way to determine which to use is to apply the he-him trick, where he is equals to who and him is equals to whom. Pretty simple trick. You take the sentence in question and turn it around 360 degrees, replacing the who or whom with he or him. Suppose you need to write a question asking someone about best basketball player, but you are not sure which one to use, who or whom. Who or whom do you consider the best basketball player? So you are not sure if you should use who or whom. So what do? Just change the sentence around. Do you consider him to be the best basketball player? Remember the he-him trick? Him means whom. So your question should be, whom do you consider the best basketball player? Easy, right? Let's take another example. Who or whom sent you that email? You are not sure which one to use. So what do? You answer the question. He sent the email. So again, that he-him trick comes into play. He means who, right? So the correct question is, who sent you that email? Either and or and neither and nor. I'm afraid I'm a bit old school when it comes to these grammatical couples. I feel quite strongly that they should be used only when referring to two words, phrases, or clauses, and no more. This is a rule that has become more relaxed of late. You might well be wondering what the F is all about. Lucky you, I will tell you. Because either is defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as each of the two, and neither is the negative of either. Therefore, both should refer to only two groups. Neither the corpse, the principals, nor the choreographer had any idea what was going on. Too many groups, right? It should be, and in my experience is more likely to be, neither the corpse nor the principals had any idea what was going on. Quick note, I am pronouncing neither and either for your easy understanding, okay? Otherwise, in many places you will hear either and neither. Another example of shoddy writing. Either Jane, Christina, or Susan can dance the role of the sugar palm fairy. What a mess! It should rather be like, either Jane or Christina can dance the role of the sugar palm fairy. Another one that will have you rolling your eyes and muttering, I know, possibly accompanied by several expletives. But please take this as another metaphorical slap on the wrist. It is a silly mistake. Do try not to let it happen. This is an interesting one, particularly in terms of British versus American styles. I have often read or heard phrases such as lay next to me or he is laying on my leg, and I have always winced at the use of lay. But I concede such usage can be classed as slang. However, and please read the following with a very posh British accent. When writing correctly, one does not lay down next to anyone or on anyone's leg. One lies down. Laying is what hens do to the eggs. Silliness aside, rather confusingly, the words can mean pretty much the same thing, but lay requires a direct subject, whilst lie does not. For examples, Lisa, the subject, lays the cutleries, the objects, on the table. Or Lisa lies on the yoga mat. That is, the subject Lisa is the one doing the lying. So you lay things down whilst you yourself lie. Simple. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you will be able to make something out of this video, and if you do, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching and staying with me till this very end. I hope to see you soon with some new videos, some new content. Till then, stay well, take good care of yourself and your family. God bless you. আল্লাহ হাফেজ।